Large language models are powerful, but on their own, they only go so far. Real AI applications need many models, prompts, tools, and data working together smoothly. That coordination has a name: LLM orchestration. In the next 10 minutes, we'll break down what it is, how it works, and the frameworks that make it possible. Let's draw it out. Here's the catch. An LLM can't retain or learn new information in real time, and it struggles with multi-step problems because it can only hold so much in its context. And the moment you use several models, you're juggling each provider's different API. Powerful, yes, but limited and messy on their own. So what is LLM orchestration? In one line, it helps you prompt, chain, manage, and monitor large language models. It's driven by orchestration frameworks, comprehensive tools that streamline building LLM-powered apps by integrating prompt engineering, API interaction, data retrieval, and state management across conversations. Think of an orchestra. The conductor doesn't play an instrument. They coordinate every musician so the piece comes together. The LLM orchestrator works the same way. It delegates and manages each technical component: the models, the prompt templates, the vector databases, and the agents, so the whole application performs in harmony. Where does it live? The orchestration layer is the backbone of the LLM app stack. It sits between your application and everything it relies on, managing the interactions between every layer. It builds one coherent workflow, making sure the models, prompts, data, and agents all work together cohesively. Underneath, an orchestration framework handles 4 big jobs. 1. Prompt and chain management. 2. Managing model resources and performance. 3. Data management and preprocessing. And 4. LLM integration and interaction. Let's take them one at a time. First, prompts. Frameworks give you prompt templates with instructions, few-shot examples, and the right context for the task. Then there's chaining, a sequence of calls that connects multiple LLMs and combines their outputs for a more nuanced result. The orchestrator keeps prompts in a library and selects and sequences them dynamically based on real-time input. Chaining looks like this. A prompt goes to the first model. Its output feeds the next prompt or tool, then the next, each step building on the last. Instead of one giant request, you break the problem into a logical sequence, and the orchestrator manages the entire flow from end to end. There's a catch with quality. LLMs can't fact-check themselves, which can lead to hallucinations. The orchestrator helps. It can evaluate responses against your guidelines, fact-check them, and when an answer falls short, flag it for human review or suggest an alternative, effectively helping the model improve over time. The second job: resources and performance. Most frameworks include some form of LLMOps for operational monitoring. They gather performance metrics from benchmark tests, show them on real-time dashboards, and offer diagnostic tools for root cause analysis. So when something breaks, you spend far less time debugging. Third, data. The orchestrator pulls information from your sources using connectors or APIs, then pre-processes it, turning raw, messy data into a clean format the model can actually use. The larger the dataset, the more this matters. Vector databases store it, so the model retrieves exactly the context it needs. Fourth, integration and interaction. The orchestrator starts the model, collects its output, and checks the quality before delivering it. Crucially, it keeps memory stores, a knowledge base of past messages, so the app builds long-term context and gets more accurate over time. It also runs observability and guardrails to keep things safe. Orchestration is also going agentic. Some frameworks use AI agents that collaborate to complete tasks and goals. Instead of one model answering, multiple agents, each with a role, talk to each other and divide the work. These multi-agent systems can take on complex, multi-step jobs that a single model would struggle to finish alone. All of this pays off. Orchestration brings scalability, scaling up or down with demand. Smart resource management of CPU, GPU, memory, and storage. Workflow automation that lifts manual work off developers. And load balancing, spreading requests across model instances so none gets overloaded. There's more. Fault tolerance, detecting failures, and rerouting to healthy instances to minimize downtime. Version control, managing model versions and updates. Cost efficiency, allocating resources only when they're needed. And security and compliance, with centralized control and monitoring to meet regulatory standards. Finally, orchestration integrates cleanly with other services, storage, logging, monitoring, and analytics for one cohesive ecosystem. Best of all, it lowers the technical barrier. You don't need a whole team of AI experts. Tools built on top, like LangFlow, a graphical interface for LangChain, put orchestration within reach of entire teams. So what do teams actually build with it? A huge range. Chatbots and question answering over your own data, RAG-powered search, document understanding, summarization, and data extraction, and increasingly, autonomous multi-agent workflows. Orchestration is the connective tissue behind most serious generative AI applications you use today. So how do you choose? You can adopt an existing framework or build your own. Either way, check the API documentation and community support. Getting started should be easy. Weigh the cost. Many are open source with a paid enterprise tier. And review security, encryption, access controls, audit logs, and solid monitoring tools. Before you commit, scrutinize security. Look for encryption, access controls, and audit logs that protect your data and help you meet privacy regulations. And check the monitoring tools. Can you track response times, accuracy, and resource utilization? In production, visibility and control matter just as much as raw capability. Now the players. Several well-known orchestration frameworks each bring their own strengths. IBM watsonx Orchestrate, LangChain, Microsoft's AutoGen, LlamaIndex, Haystack, and crewAI. Let's see what each one is good at. LangChain is an open-source Python framework, a set of libraries that flexibly connect the core pieces of an LLM app. Models, embeddings, vector stores, and retrievers. It powers chatbots, question and answer over databases, extraction, and summarization. LlamaIndex focuses on context-augmented apps with data connectors for over 160 sources, and it's a favorite for RAG. Then the multi-agent crowd. Microsoft's AutoGen uses multiple agents that converse to solve tasks. crewAI assembles role-playing agents into crews, built on top of LangChain. Haystack builds Gen AI systems from components and pipelines, great for search and question answering. And IBM watsonx Orchestrate uses natural language and thousands of pre-built skills. One example worth a closer look, since this is IBM's guide. watsonx Orchestrate. It uses natural language to tap into thousands of pre-built apps and skills, with an AI assistant builder and a skills studio. Teams use it to onboard and support new hires, and to boost procurement and sales. No AI expertise required. Where is this heading? Toward multi-agent systems, agents that collaborate to run autonomous workflows. And toward usability with simpler interfaces, some, like watsonx Orchestrate, driven by plain natural language. The trend is clear: more capable and easier to use, lowering the barrier for everyone. So, to recap, LLM orchestration is the conductor of an AI application. It prompts, chains, manages, and monitors your models. It handles data, memory, and guardrails. And it delivers scalability, reliability, and lower cost. Orchestration frameworks turn a pile of models into one coherent, production-ready system. That's LLM orchestration, from the problem, to the layer, to the frameworks shaping its future. If this made the topic click, give it a like and subscribe for more clear breakdowns like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.